Welcome back to Boruto Anime Review episode 270. This I'm viewing the 270th episode of Boruto Naruto Illustrations. Two sides of the same coin. Yeah, we actually reveal something interesting about one of the original characters who basically show up in this particular arc. I'll get to who it is in a minute. First over Kawaki, where he basically ponders that, well, the case was wrapped up the mission was wrapped way too quickly. That there was something else missing here, and that apparently he doesn't believe the thing is finished up yet. So Kae, who does not really play a big role in this episode at all, she appears like a few times. So also comes the interesting idea. Now, apparently we have Hana, where she goes to see Shino and Anko. I really miss her being thin. Because she was thin, she was smoking hot. Yep. So basically, she's out of the hospital now. So she needs to go back to class. Of course, everybody just plans a little surprise for her. Welcome her back. Kawaki has pulled out like this little ball which contains petals. Yes, petals. Then, of course, oh yeah, thank you for this. And of course, it doesn't really work properly. Yep. And then, of course, after class, then she goes to visit the place where she actually got injured. And she runs to Kawaki. And she's surprised to see him there. And then she was missing some memories, and then something weird happens. Those memories get unlocked. Once, of course, basically, the kind of the way get unveiled, where it's revealed that she was the assassin who fought Kawaki twice. Yes. And she basically rushes home, just rubbish stuff, and then she sees apparently a reflection of herself just moving to the closet. Opens up like, oh, behind the closet is a storage room. Like, okay. And apparently on the shelf there's like scrolls, a bunch of weapons, and a mask. Yes, there's a mask on top of a mirror. Takes off, and it's herself. Yeah, she figures out, Hana figures out that the assassin is actually herself. And the person who's in the mirror is actually, apparently she's got a split personality. Yes, it's revealed by her that she was raised by the minister from the land of bamboo to be an assassin. Now, how in the world the whole split personality thing came about, that's presumably due to the training that she probably went through. So it's revealed she was actually sent by the minister to basically be a sleeper agent in the hidden village in the leaves. Now, she apparently arrived 10 years after the events of the Fourth Ninja War. Now, I would really appreciate it if basically the anime stopped saying that it's been 10 years Fourth Ninja War, even though it's actually been longer than that. It's actually been 15 years, not 10, not 12, 15. If you say basically that, well, they say about 10 years after the war, which that doesn't make much sense because Hana looks like she's presumably in her early 20s, so she probably arrived here 10 years before the events of the series, before this one, but after the Fourth Ninja War. But it can't be 10 years afterwards because she was a child, and then it's a bit confusing to say the least. So then, of course, her other self tries to kill her, and of course she fails. Then she takes over her mind, and then she goes to class, like everything's like no problem at all. And then she proceeds to squash a bug, put out the petals, and she proceeds to squash the box petals that she had carefully put in the box the previous day and put it in the trash. And then, of course, you have Kai be asked by Kawaki and Hinawari to go hang out at her house. Then looks like Hana was she apparently takes out Kunai, about to kill Hana. And then she's stopped by her others. Then the evil Kana is stopped by the good Kana. Well, Hana. And then, of course, her fingers are like, Kana's like, I smell blood. And, of course, she gets taken care of. Like, oh, I got myself because I'm clumsy. And she goes off. And then, of course, tells her, don't do that again. She proceeds to chain up her good self. Then we have Kawaki and we have Himari's house. Himari was, he just put out part of this that this whole case is wrapped up just way too quickly. And I'm curious though, where the heck is Naruto this episode? That's a really good question. Now you might be asking, okay, the series is called Boruto, and yet Boruto was never be seen. He's only appeared like 2 episodes this whole arc. Maybe to give him a rest. Who the heck freaking knows? So they go to the house, and of course for tea and cookies. And looks like though Hana's will do something more uh, uh, like maybe she's planning something more, and that's where the episode ends. Next week's episode apparently is called Island of Treachery, which apparently this is where her true colors get unveiled. Which is interesting though, because it looks like to this arc, based on the titles I see, that we're going to get about 3 more episodes of this arc, and that's it. That's pretty much all we're going to get here. Yep. And then we're going to move on to something else. Yeah. Excuse me, but that's going to be pretty much the particular review. Stay tuned for my review for Doctor Who, okay? Next video. Bye.